Continue with the course of conversation as briefed. Every speaker is given 10 minutes to give their perspective on the same. We did introduce Dr. Khatau, the founder of Mind Celebrations. Let's give her a warm round of applause as she's joined us in person and allow us an opportunity to call her towards the podium. A mega round of applause for Our Lady out here.
Okay, so I'm at a very interesting point in today's conversation, and I have a relatively simple but yet at an interesting phase in human history. So what is it really? You know, do we need human intelligent coaches or do we need artificial intelligent coaches? Okay, sounds like a good dilemma to have. Yes or no? Not all dilemmas are bad, you know. Some dilemmas are good. They give us clarity. Do you agree? What? Have they not fed you breakfast? Okay, say yes. Some dilemmas are good to have. Okay? All right. So, okay. See, not all technology works efficiently. Where? Down? Oh, see, you should know how to use it. Okay, right. So, in you know, the business scenarios are a bit interesting. And today the external environment is relatively VUCA, right? Things are really volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous, which means that we need more turnaround time to solve complex problems, yes or no? But do we have that extra time? Do we have the liberty of surplus time? Yes or no? We don't have it, right? Which means that today for organizations to be relevant, they need to solve problems faster, better. But what else is happening within organizations? Let's look at the internal environment, okay? On one hand, an organization will say, I want efficiency. Sounds familiar? Faster, better, streamline operations. Everybody has to be effective. But then on the other hand, they will also say, you know, everything is so VUCA, we want creativity and innovation. Sounds familiar? They will want creativity, innovation. But guess what? Efficiency means zero error. Yes or no? But creativity and innovation means you have to allow for failure. Yes or no? Yeah. On the other hand, efficiency means standardization. And creativity and innovation means customization. अब तो ये धर्म संकट हो गया in organizations. Yes? It is the silent desperation within us. What is it? Silent desperation. अंदर ही अंदर चलता रहता है, but इसका जवाब ज़्यादा है नहीं किसी के पास. Yeah? Everybody in life also we have silent desperations, ना? दुविधा. हिंदी में कहते हैं दुविधा है. ओके? तो अभी करने का क्या ये दुविधा में? राइट? अभी इस दुविधा को संजय झा ने मेरे सर पे डाल दिया. अभी इसको सॉल्व करना था. तो I come from little research, little academics also. So I said अभी सोचना पड़ेगा. Because I also saw this duvidha, right? Okay, so then I went back to examine relationships at the workplace. See, everything in work is relationship, na? Leader, employee, peer to peer. Yes or no? Say yes. So I at least know you're listening. Okay, all right. So I took some inspiration from one of my godfathers, my Bhishma Pitama's, Edgar Schein. And I said, let me go back to him. And what did he say about relationships? So he said, in relationships, see, there are different kind of relationships. Let's look at evolution. Okay? पहले के ज़माने में क्या था? पहले क्या था? Domination, ना? Employees don't have to think. Do as directed. Yes? तो वहाँ पे leadership कैसे होती थी? Authoritarian. Right? हम जो कहते हैं वो करो. So there is no ownership of the employee. They'll just come, do their work and go. industrial age, just come, do and go, factory settings. Right? At that time, the employee was not allowed to think. He just had to come, do his work and go back, right? Basically, the employee over time got a little disengaged also, na? What is his motivation? I'm not allowed to think. I have to just come, do my job and go. ठीक. Then over time, no, थोड़ा सा काम, थोड़ा सा बन गया, banking industry आ गई, तो they had to relate to people through industrialization, some revolution. So work became transactional. That means मैं और मेरा, तू और तेरा. Right? Over time, in that atmosphere, what started happening of मैं और मेरा, तू और तेरा? You started protecting your turf. People started working in silos. Sounds familiar in organizations? We will not share information because I have to see my benefit, not yours. Yeah? ठीक. फिर क्या हुआ? फिर और VUCA आ गया. Right? Complex operations, creative solutioning, the board and the chairman started asking for. We want creative solution. But abhi creativity mein I can't not share information, no? We have to work together. Remember? So then organizations realized ये bureaucracy और hierarchy का चक्कर अभी चलेगा नहीं. Right? So came a stage of personalization. Some people are thinking I'm not spelling the word right. It is not personalization because आजकल Blinkit, Zepto, Amazon, सब में आप personalize अपना खाना पीना सब कुछ कर सकते हैं. सिर्फ सोना नहीं हो सकता है. Personalize. ठीक है? But it is personalization, which basically means organizations realize कि complex operations के लिए we have to work together as a unit, as a team. Nobody has the answer. We have to find out together. Which means I don't have to withhold information from you. Which means that I need to know you beyond the role you play. We need to understand the person as a whole. This word doesn't exist in the dictionary. When I was typing my notes, no, when it went to personalization, auto में personalization हो रहा था. बेचारा AI भी नहीं मानने को ready था कि ये word है. ठीक है? So the important thing is here, you needed to build trusting relationships. Trust at the workplace began to become very important. In how many organizations trust is important? Put your hands up. Every? But that means people need to know each other, which means the leader also needs to say, he has to put his hands up, and he has to say, I don't have the answer. But every leader in his mind worries, sir, इसके लिए तो मेरे को job पे रखा है. मैं कैसे बोलूँ I don't have the answer? But it's important for them to say, I don't have the answer. We need to find it together. And at the deepest level, at the workplace, is a stage of intimacy and trust. Now, what I call intimacy, people think intimacy very badly, right? Yeah. You see his hands. Yeah. The distance needs to be, I'm a psychologist. I look at everything, sorry. So intimacy is like this. But at the workplace, we need no peer-to-peer accountability चाहिए ना. आपने promise किया था last week आप ये दोगे, अभी तक आपका आया नहीं, क्या हुआ? Because peer-to-peer accountability gives business results. Not accountability to the boss, right? And hence, for beating competitive strategic advantage, in order to be relevant, organizations need to build this climate of psychological safety. Leaders need to be psychologically safe. Make sense? Yeah, but then I asked myself, so now what happened to organizations to solve this problem? They started then having coaches globally. 2 decades से coaches started being hired कि भाई high performance के लिए हमको चाहिए coaches. So coaches helped in change management, then they helped in high performance. Every employee का best potential आने के लिए coaches started coming in the picture and doing a damn good job. But the fact remains that a coach is still human intensive. His schedule has to match, right? So now what to do? तो बेचारे शेक्सपियर ने बोला था हैमलेट में, and I take your permission to quote, to be or not to be, that is the question. तो अभी आज का to be or not to be क्या है? Human coaches करे या artificially intelligent coaches करे? That is the dilemma. Okay? And to address this dilemma, these relationship stages are important. I'll give you one example. Last week I was coaching a senior leader and he sat in front of me like this. And I finally asked him, I said, what is it that you're not telling me? Because I noticed his hand gesture and that opened up the whole story. Abhi, I don't know if AI will catch these non-verbals. How will AI build trust and intimacy? Have you ever had coaching in your life? If you had, put your hands up. Anybody who's had professional coaching? Yes? What was the level at which you operated with your coach? It was a stage of personalization, isn't it? Where he knew you beyond the role you played. Now my curiosity says that at that time, I don't know how will AI be in touch with intuition? How will AI build curiosity? How will AI catch the non-verbals of the person sitting in front of them? And that dilemma I cannot solve. And I'm not sure if AI can solve as well. See? Systems can shut just like that. Standy shut itself. वो भी बेचारा डर गया ये question से. I must think. And thus, what I truly believe that within organizations, so this is something actually Sanjay Jha, inspired by your ask of me. I created this matrix only for today's presentation. I think it turned out quite all right. See, if it's very important for organizations to realize what is the strategy. The strategy has to be the heart of this question. What is the culture? If an organization needs creativity, needs innovation at the workplace, then perhaps the human coaching is very important. In fact, they can even create leaders with coaching style of leadership, which means the leader can ask the team, okay, how do we solve this? Let's do this together. That the group wisdom is more important than the individual wisdom. And that kind of climate is very important for those leaders. So coaching style of leadership, I think, is largely a very large part of the future of coaching. Not just human coaches, but leaders with coaching style of leadership. On the other hand, let's say if efficiency is at the heart of your strategy, if you just want faster, better, faster, better, faster, better, well, then make a choice. Maybe AI coaching is the solution for you.
Dr. Khatau, your closing remarks, please.
Yes, I'm almost at my last slide. I am closing.
Sure.
As I already mentioned. So maybe that is the way forward. That if efficiency is the key, to look at the AI model. But perhaps the future of coaching is really the employee is the king. Because only AI is like no heart, right? Just head and hands. And human coaching has head and hand, but the employee has a heart, he has a head, and he has hands. And maybe we will, hopefully, I will live to see a world where we will ask the employee, भाई तुमको क्या चाहिए? तुमको AI coaching चाहिए कि human coaching चाहिए? और शायद वो employee choice कर ले. So hopefully we will all live to see a world where the employee is able to make that choice of what is it that he wants. I hope I have left you with a few thoughts. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Dr. Khatau, for joining us. Apologies if I'm going to be intervening in between all the speakers because we do have a hard stop and unfortunately we have a very, very tight schedule. So we just